Since the initial success and interest in the Was Finna Truly Evil video, I figured I would do another topic. I personally find these videos interesting as it forces us to analyze the characters more to make a conclusion whether or not they are truly evil. This time, we will be taking a look at Yu Yevon, the creator of the destructive armor Sin. We will be looking from his past to his present form and the changes that had occurred in his time, and we will see if Yu Yevon is, in fact, truly evil. Before we begin, I have begun producing shorts on various lore content on the channel in favor of Let's Plays and streams. They will be released every other day at 9 AM PST and they will range from various video games. Of course, they may not cover the entirety of the covered topic, and if that is the case, which it will mostly be, I will do multiple parts covering other aspects to add to their lore. Now, let us begin. For the purposes of this video, we will start with his past, as in when Yu Yevon was still alive 1000 years before the events of Final Fantasy X. We know that he is the leader of Zanarkand and a very skilled summoner in his own right. There was no indication that he meant harm upon his enemies, but rather had a desire to protect Zanarkand and its citizens by all means necessary. This resolve was tested when Zanarkand was attacked by the superior military might of Bevelle. Despite its greatest efforts and resources at his disposal, Yevon was unable to drive back this mighty city. So in the last resort, he had his remaining inhabitants conjure up a dream version of his city and had it sent out to sea to prevent anyone from Spira from discovering its location. Afterwards, he had created an armor known as Sin to not just protect him from danger, but also to prevent any harm from coming towards his conjured city. However, he had also given it a second task. Sin was instructed to destroy any signs of Machina civilizations, so any city that tried to rebuild using Machina after its creation was immediately destroyed, with exceptions that we may explore in future videos. Unfortunately, the sheer power of Sin was too great for Yevon to control, and thus its first act after its creation was to destroy the original Zanarkand, leaving it in ruins. The same ruins we see in Final Fantasy X. This act alone was enough for Bevelle's forces to retreat due to the power of this great monster, and over time, Yevon lost control to the point where it becomes a parasitic being whose role in the years after is to simply maintain Sin's existence by absorbing the final Aeon that does battle with Sin, turning it into a core for the new Sin, and thus continuing the cycle at the cost of the summoner and the final Aeon's lives. I know this video is about whether or not Yevon was evil, but there have been many references to Sin, Yevon's greatest creation. Unfortunately, if this video was to determine if Sin was evil, this video would be null and void, as Sin does not necessarily have a brain and its existence is based on Yevon's desires for Sin, even though Yevon lost control of it shortly after its creation. Overall, this does not make Yu Yevon evil, as his actions were merely driven by a desired goal to protect the people from imminent destruction from the hands of Bevelle and its superior armies. But over the years, the narrative has shifted in favor of Yevon to the point Yu Yevon's true purpose became obscure throughout Spira's history, and people just see Sin, and Yu Yevon by extension, to be an evil force intent on causing destruction across Spira unless the people atone to their sin. That is according to the teachings of the religion of Yevon, which, interestingly enough, some of its leaders have used this philosophy to further their own agendas. To most of us, the answer to this question doesn't seem difficult to answer at all, but it's interesting to see that the analysis on areas that are not black and white in the story. What do y'all think of this topic? Let me know in the comment section below, and also let me know if you have any other analysis related questions you would like me to cover in a future video. Other than that, leave a like if you enjoyed and subscribe if you want related Final Fantasy gaming lore content. And this is Enzo signing out, and that, as they say, is that.